The morning sun drifted across the chrome edges of Maplewood Diner, a place where the smell of butter, coffee, and warm syrup usually promised comfort. But on this particular day, even the sunlight felt powerless against the darkness creeping in. At a small booth by the window sat a young woman in a wheelchair. Her plate of pancakes rested in front of her like a tiny shield against the world. Her name was Chloe, a soft-spoken girl whose strength didn't live in her legs, but in her heart. Yet today, even that strength trembled. At the next booth sat a group of teenage boys. Their laughter wasn't innocent. It was sharp, mean, and aimed directly at her. And then they crossed a line no one should ever cross. One boy slapped the plate off Chloe's lap, sending her pancakes splattering across the floor. Another shoved her wheelchair backward with a mocking grin. The diner fell silent. Chloe's hands shook violently. Her eyes filled, and though she tried to hold the tears back, the humiliation broke through. She swallowed hard, wishing she could disappear. If you believe kindness should always rise above cruelty, if you believe every human deserves dignity, please take 1 second now to like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Matters Stories. Together, we remind the world, compassion is stronger than hate. Chloe had lived her whole life with a spinal condition that left her reliant on a wheelchair. People often pitied her, stared with curiosity, or whispered behind her back. But what she faced today wasn't pity, it was cruelty sharp enough to wound the soul. As the bullies laughed, some diners looked away. Some shook their heads but stayed silent. Even the waitress froze, fear hanging in her eyes. Chloe bent down awkwardly, trying to gather her ruined pancakes with trembling hands, desperate not to draw more attention. That's when another hand reached down. Not rough, not mocking, but gentle. An older man with gray at his temples picked up her plate and set it back in front of her. "Don't mind them," he murmured, though his eyes were uneasy. His kindness was a candle flickering in a room full of shadows, but Chloe still felt broken, exposed in a way no one could understand. The bullies boasted loudly, proud of their cowardice. Chloe closed her eyes and prayed for time to move faster. But 1 hour later, something happened that would rewrite the entire day. It started as a low rumble, like distant thunder. The sound grew louder. Every head turned toward the diner windows. Dozens of motorcycles rolled into the parking lot, chrome glinting under the morning sun. Engines growled like a rising storm. The unmistakable emblem of the Road Guardians Motorcycle Club shone on their leather jackets. Conversation died instantly. The bullies stiffened, their smirks fading into pale fear. The diner door swung open, the bell jingled, then silence. A tall man stepped in, broad shoulders, heavy beard, eyes like steel softened by wisdom. Behind him came more riders, filling the diner with their presence. The leader's name was Ronan. His gaze swept the room. It paused when he saw Chloe, and in that instant, he understood. He walked towards her slowly, each step echoing like a promise. Chloe didn't feel small anymore. She felt seen. He knelt beside her. Then he turned to face the bullies. No yelling, no threats, just a slow, powerful stare that stripped their bravado away like peeling paint. Their arrogance melted. One by one, they scrambled out of the booth, avoiding every eye. Outside, the line of motorcycles formed a wall, ensuring their humiliation was complete before they fled. But Ronan wasn't finished. He signaled the waitress and placed a large bill on the table. Get her whatever she wants. Pancakes, milkshake, pie, the whole menu if she feels like it. Then, In a moment no one there would ever forget, Ronan removed his leather vest, the badge of his brotherhood, and draped gently over Chloe's shoulders. "You're family now," he said softly. Chloe burst into tears. Not tears of pain, tears of gratitude. The diner erupted in gentle applause. Some people stood, some wiped their eyes. The waitress hugged her, promising she would never again sit in that diner feeling invisible. For the first time in a long while, Chloe felt hope blooming in her chest. Yes, cruelty existed, but so did courage, so did kindness. And sometimes strangers stepped into your story to rewrite the ending. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Kindness Matters Stories. You help us keep spreading light where darkness tries to grow. Before we end, tell us in the comments, what would you have done if you were in that diner? Your words might inspire someone to take a stand when it matters most.